Be like, hey, newly married woman, a married woman, you sleep with what? Pajamas. Why?
Umuntu nanga umuntu sengena empethe ibhokati overalls yonke kanti ndoda awufa. What are you doing? Oh, the whole overalls.
Okay. When I trust you, I know I'll be okay. There's no shame. I try to cover up with these, but there's no shame. No pain. Cannot wait to be with you where there's no pain. So till then, I'ma have faith. Living for tomorrow, celebrating my today. Hey, and I believe that you call me.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to Love from the Other Side. I'm Kanyiso.
I'm Tabiso.
Yes, first things first. We've been away for a long time.
But we're back.
We're back. Yes. Do you have to explain why we've been away?
I think people are tired of our excuses.
They know.
People are tired of our excuses.
They've heard it all at this stage.
So we don't want to do that to you.
Yes. But super exciting. Season 2. Season 2.
Am I meant to go? Pew.
Season 2. So season 2 of Love from the Other Side.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be even more exciting.
And thank you so much to our new subscribers.
Yes.
As much as we've been gone, people are subscribing
People
still.
stayed subscribing.
Thank you for the ones who stayed.
And
I got threads.
Yeah.
I got threads of unsubscribing.
Yeah.
So we're here now.
My people stopped threatening me. We reached a stage where people was like, why are we threatening? So thank you for your patience. We really appreciate it. And we will keep delivering quality content.
Yes. But we're going to do our best to be consistent.
Yes, exactly. So what is our topic for today?
So we celebrated our 2-year anniversary in April.
Yes.
It's June now.
Yeah.
But yes, it's only fair that we do that one first, because I do think we do need to do a yearly check-in. I'm hoping we do this every year.
Yes.
Just so that, people can get a feel of, the progression.
The progression of.
Yeah.
From where we started to.
Where we started. So I wish we'd done a first year one, because ours was pretty interesting.
Yeah. So wait, so we are checking in with each other.
Yes.
On how the relationship's going.
Yes.
In front of them.
Yes.
Okay. Relationship check-in.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of.
All right.
And also to give give people
yes,
kind of a view.
Okay.
As to, because every marriage is different.
Yes.
But we just want to, for the people who are wondering, because I know when I was not married, I used to wonder.
How does marriage work?
I used to wonder. I was very curious.
Yes.
So for the, curious ones.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm just going to ask questions and we both answer.
All right. This is totally unscripted for me because I have no idea what she's going to say.
It's kind of unscripted for me as well.
Yeah.
But I know the questions and maybe I have an idea. But let's just get into it.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Number one,
the one that everyone asks, how's married life treating you?
How's married? It's nice. I've gained weight.
You have. So maybe you should put a picture over here.
I'll show you my how it started, how it's going. I'll insert it somewhere.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
Gained, and then you lost, and then now you're kind of like.
No, I gained way too much.
Yeah.
Way. And then now I feel better. I actually feel better.
Before
I was a fatty. So marriage life is treating me good. It's nice. It's nice. There's no real complaints. Not today, at least. Today's a good day. It's good because today is a good day.
Oh wow.
I'll let you know next week. Yeah. But yes, on the whole, how is married life for you?
Married life is good. Married life is good. It's showing me I'm not a sweet konyana. Do you know what a sweet konyana is?
No.
It's con vampire.
Scone vampire. No.
A better coffee.
Hey. Yeah. A bitter coffee. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not
Okay.
Miss Goody Two Shoes like I thought I was.
Yes.
I had an idea about myself.
Yes. That you have a better coffee.
Until
What better coffee?
better coffee.
Better coffee.
Busy gets a better coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm perfect.
Yeah. You thought you were
I thought I
Jacob's.
was perfect.
You thought you were Jacob's coffee.
Yes.
Turns out, what's this one?
I can be a recovery, some a free score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It turns out that.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, it's just marriage has a way of just showing you your flaws.
Yes.
Like all this time you've been living by yourself, you thought you were perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been hiding your flaws.
Yeah.
Or rather, there's no.
I was not
exposed to
aware.
you
Yes.
enough to.
Yeah.
And the only people in the world who know perhaps a lot of your flaws are your parents.
Yeah.
And they love you too much to tell you the truth about you.
Yeah, sometimes they probably have said it so many times.
Yeah,
and maybe they've said it, why not?
You
Must be careful.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you're just like, But when your partner, when you're married, it's like, you are like this. Look at you.
Anyway.
Yes.
Next question.
Uh-huh.
How do I make you better?
How do you make me better?
Yeah.
Wow. Whew. That is a fully loaded question. But I mean, you make me more patient and more understanding. And like you soften my rough edges. I've got lots of like I'm like this. I'm this guy. And then you've like, you're constantly teaching me to be softer and to be less rough, less abrasive. And I'm learning how to explain things without being offensive. Yeah. Before I could just be like, and it won't be lies. And that would be my justification. My justification.
But I'm telling the truth.
I'm telling you the truth. So how can you be mad at me? I'm telling you the truth. So that was my justification. Now I've learned that yes, the truth is important. Yeah. But the delivery is as important as the truth that you're expressing. So I'm not as I'm still not perfect. Yeah. I still want to revert to my normal, what I'm used to, which is just letting it loose, But over the last 2 years, I think I've gotten much better at, gently delivering the truth. Yes, and not throwing it at you. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Funny enough, mine is quite the opposite.
Okay.
Like maybe in this aspect we balance each other out. You have made me think things through in a more pragmatic way. Like you've kind of taught me not to be emotional about everything, not to process everything with my heart. Yeah, what? Like in a sense that maybe if I'm going through something or something happened, I don't know if it's just who you are or like where you come from or how you were raised.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't wallow in whatever is happening at that moment.
Yeah.
Like you just have this instinct of, okay, we can't sit in this too long. We need to, what's the plan?
Yes.
Mina, when I'm hurt and I'm confused and I'm going through a lot, I just want to sit in my hole and be left alone and sit in it and feel every inch of this.
Yeah, no, that's so weird. Tabi literally likes to soak in her troubles. Literally. She will pour a tub. She'll run a bath, with bubble bath and everything, and sit inside it. Wallowing.
No, I'm trying to process and decompress and make sense of the situation.
And I'm just like,
you don't want to make sense of it. You are just like, what is the plan?
What's the plan?
Yes,
Boom, 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 boom.
we can't sit in this. So what's your plan? What's the plan?
What's the plan?
What do you mean? I'm still crying. Can I cry and finish crying? And then you ask me what's the plan?
Yeah. I don't know if it's my upbringing or it's the Zimbabwean in me, but it's definitely both.
No, y'all don't take time to process the trauma.
No. From Zimbabwe. What? You know where I come from.
You have
The ones who are
mentality.
watching, yes, the ones who know who are watching, they know that there's no time. Zim is one of the fastest moving places I've ever seen. It's one of the fastest. I promise. I went home in like February, man, and it was completely a different universe since the last time I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm struggling to like catch up, to get up to date.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I have to relearn the streets. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh wait, so this it's not that anymore. It's like it. How does and then it's like I'm being taught from scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like we are
Guys,
here.
soldier on with everything.
It's like, oh, new thing. Okay, boom, 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 boom. All right.
No, you can't sit in your troubles.
Let's
Let's go.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
So
I'm learning, and
Yes.
you know that
But that's
part
also a
of
bad
me.
thing. It's also a bad thing.
It's also
What
a
you
bad
say.
thing, but it's also
So-
it's good because you can't sit
Yeah.
in your troubles forever.
It's like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly.
But it was
That's
killing
why
me.
I'm saying we're balancing each other out.
Yeah.
If you're like constantly like you,
Yes.
it makes it hard to connect to people.
Yeah.
Like there's a lack of vulnerability, and vulnerability helps connect people, and
Yeah.
it affects intimacy.
Yes.
If you're not like, this is what I feel,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But if you're always feeling your feelings, even when there's no time to feel your feelings,
Yeah. No.
it's not good.
No, it's
So
really.
that's why I'm
not
saying
good.
we balance each other out.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the habit you're currently working on?
The habit I'm currently working on.
Yeah. You can be specific. Like the habit that maybe you're trying to kick or one you're trying to cultivate.
One I'm trying to cultivate. Okay. Doing it today. That's still like a struggle for me sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm trying to cultivate. I mean, I'm way better than you in terms of doing it today.
Really?
But-
In front of the people?
Yeah, and you sometimes you're like, next week. But like in my context, it's very important to do things today. Like the sort of life that I live, it's very important to do things today, now. And part of me still wants to think it through and have the plan and then execute. But you know, sometimes it just doesn't, like I'm learning, it just doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah.
There isn't always enough time to, you know, come up with the plan and it's all structured and sort of, it's like you have to just do
need to
something.
It's like
now.
doing these YouTube videos. Sometimes we overthink it.
We're
And that's why it
overthinking.
doesn't get done.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the habit I'm currently trying to kick. Yeah. And you?
I guess I wasn't going to say that, but I also struggle with that. Like as you like outed me in front of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to say that. To be more specific, it's a habit I'm trying to maintain, or because I started and I stopped and I started and I stopped. I hope it's not too much information. Like going to bed commando.
I told you it's unscripted. Told you.
And you know, I
Season
forgot
2
about
is
this.
coming back with action. Season 2 is coming back with wow.
You know what? No, it helps.
it's all out there in
It
season
like
2.
it helps like health wise.
Yes.
It also helps the marriage.
Yes.
Because I have to fight the urge to put on clothes. Yes.
Oh, that's really
So basically, going to bed with my birthday suit on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to because I remember last year.
Yeah.
You know, Bob Mamas at work. You're like, hey, newly married woman, a married woman, you sleep with what? Pajamas. Why?
Umuntu nawo umuntu sengena emphethe ibhwathi overalls yonke kanti ndoda over, what are you doing? Oh, the whole overalls.
Okay, buddy boy, here it is.
So yeah, it's a bit too much information, but it's just like one of those things that like I tell myself, okay, I'm gonna start doing this.
Yes.
Then somewhere along, because it's not very familiar to me or it's uncomfortable,
Yes.
so I have to fight the need to do what I'm used to. So yeah.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. The demands they got it right in that advice.
No, they did.
The demands
They did. I got reminded the other day because I was talking to my friend and it, it came up.
Yeah.
And I was like, no man, I need to go back to doing that.
Yes.
And it helps with the connection.
Connection.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Okay. What's next?
So next question is if you could go back to when we started our relationship, what advice would you give yourself?
When we started our relationship or when we started our marriage?
Our relationship.
Yeah, that's years ago.
That's almost 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago. That's 9 years, eh?
Yeah.
Yes. What advice? Marry her sooner. Get married sooner. We waited. I waited for a while. And yeah, dating is kind of meaningless.
What?
Dating and marriage are so completely different. And I'm saying this is a person who had been dating for 7 years when I got married.
Yeah.
They're so different, man.
No, but you don't think it's necessary? Like that
honestly,
transition? You can't just...
We could have done 2 years dating.
True.
Or 3 years dating.
True.
And then
The 7 years was
there's no need for 7.
Yeah.
Because they're so different, né? That like marriage is almost just like starting afresh almost. So there's no point in like dating for 53 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're gonna start again anyway. So yeah, I probably would have told myself that yeah. But hey, it happened the way it happened because that's the way it was meant to happen. I think.
So what advice would marry her sooner?
Marry her sooner.
Okay.
And don't overemphasize the dating aspect. Like marriage is marriage. Then yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess for me it's like be more patient. We were raised differently. We were raised in different households. So don't assume your way is always the right way, because there's no wrong way. There's the way you were raised, and there's we've come together from different backgrounds. Let's figure out what works for us. Sometimes he's not being insensitive. It comes off insensitive.
Yes.
And you feel like he's being insensitive, but try to see it from his perspective.
Yes.
He's just telling the truth.
Yes.
The way he puts it, he's just saying how he feels.
Yes.
His delivery is needs work, whatever.
Yes.
But he means well.
Yeah.
He really, at the end of the day, I know you mean well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a malicious person.
You're not.
No.
You're not. But at that time, I'm like,
Exactly.
excuse me?
It sounds like I'm saying like to deliberately hurt you.
Yes.
It's weird. Now I think about it, né? It's just like it's because Jesus came into my life, né? I think it's primarily Jesus. Né? But if he didn't come into my life, I'm pretty sure I would have been poor.
Okay. Talking about Paul from Blue Therapy.
We'll do an episode on Blue Therapy because
I do want to get into it, but I also don't want to be, those people who are like, your relationship is trash.
You know what I mean?
Toxic.
I'm pretty sure if Jesus didn't come into my life, I would have been like numbers. Like,
True.
yeah. And you can see it in me sometimes.
I can.
Yeah.
What does that say about you?
What does it say about me?
Yeah.
That I was meant to be a millionaire. High value, high net worth individual. We're about the numbers. I'm high net worth individual. Yeah, you feel me? You get me?
No, don't do.
High net worth. Numbers, facts. Now, fast. Yeah, man. We will have this full blue therapy episode.
We will. Maybe
So I
the next
can-
episode or the third one.
Yes.
Has being married all you thought it would be?
As being married, all I thought it would be. It's been more. It's been more. I don't know what I thought it would be. I guess I thought it would be.
I know. I thought there'll be like every day, all day.
Okay, yeah. Turns out it's not.
Why am I the only one talking about sex with? Okay, maybe let you.
No, I'm not. I'm listening to your point.
No.
It can be. It should be.
No, it can't be all day, every day. There's this life thing that needs to take place.
Life can wait.
No, you can do that when you're on holiday.
Prioritize the cliff. Man, don't listen to my wife. You'll do other things later.
But you're not getting me.
No, I'm giving good advice to the people. I don't want you to be the one to give the people bad advice. Nah. Prioritize the cloth, guys. Your cloth, you must have it like as a task for today's task to-do list. Say, okay, no, Andre, I'm going to go and pick up bread, and then I'm going to talk to my boss, and then I'm submitting, doing an assignment, the cloth, and then I'm doing, you see?
But you're not getting my point.
Yes.
My point is stuff happens like for a limited amount of time.
Yes.
Ne?
Uh-huh.
And then the rest of the day, other things.
When you
will
are
happen.
single, you do think that
you
it's going to
think
be
it's-
12 times a day.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Remember, even before we got married,
All
Papi,
unmarried people
you
think
were
it's
like,
12 times a day.
every day.
Every moment.
Every day.
All unmarried people, all single people think it's 10 times a day. No, that's your thirst.
Exactly.
It's your thirst.
It was the
It's your
thirst
soul. It's
talking.
penetrated your imagination. It's telling you things that don't exist. There's not 12 times a day. There's not 12 times a day. But
Yeah, but you're right. You must prioritize, even if you need to put it on a timetable.
yes.
And it's like Hollywood has just messed us up. They think it's just like you open the door and it's just like
And then
it's going down.
it's going down.
Yeah, well,
Hollywood teaches us weird things.
Yeah.
Like you'll be cooking and then next thing you flop in the middle of cooking.
no,
That's what
it
Hollywood.
can happen.
Yes, it
it
can.
depends on the.
But when you're
Yeah,
married,
well,
when
yeah.
you're single, you think that that's just in jail. That's how it's going to be. every
Yeah.
day. Of course, I just went to the kitchen and then I went back to the lounge and then then I'm,
And yeah, with women,
That's
it's
not-
mental. You don't
it's
just
not. Yeah.
and then it's go time.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Me too.
start her off with a text while she's at work. Like, laughing,
Yeah.
doing
I
what?
will-
Then it opens up and like, ooh.
I wouldn't lie, man. It's taken so much more thought to be romantic married. It's taken so much more like
Why is that? That when we were dating, it came like effortlessly.
yes.
And then we got married, and now you have to like find your
Actually,
bearings. Sort
you
of. Wait,
really have
Concha,
to,
what
like-
does it mean to be romantic?
Yeah, because when you're dating, we don't live together. I'm gonna see you every day. When you're married, you're completely exposed to each other all the time.
Yeah.
Or even all the attractive parts and all the unattractive parts, everything is now like mixed there.
Yeah.
It's all in there.
Now we get sick in front of each
You
other.
get sick, you know what I mean? It's like, that's that thing you ate didn't agree with you, you will know about that. So when you're dating, it's like, baby, I'm just not gonna see you today. So you only ever give out the things which are positive about you.
Yeah.
But when you're married, it's everything. Like even the most boring and mundane things about yourself,
Yeah.
they are, so it gets harder to be romantic when you're married. It actually needs you to now start deliberately
You must
making
be intentional.
an effort. Yeah. Whereas when we're not dating, because I only get like 4 hours, 5 hours with you, and I need to make them count.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I'm already have incentive to like immediately get you into romance, because making 4 hours count is easier
Yeah.
than like spending all your time together all the time. It's like Next thing, you're like, oh yeah, make sure you buy bread. These conversations fit in between the romantic moments. You don't get that.
Meantime, we don't have kids yet.
We don't even have kids yet.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, add kids into the mix and exhaustion that comes with kids and additional financial burdens and that sort of stress as well. I can imagine why it gets so difficult to always, but you just have to be like very intentional about it, because it does go. It does. That's true. Yeah.
And about the libido as well.
Yes.
Be intentional.
Yes.
What's the best thing and worst thing about being married so far?
The worst thing and the best thing and the worst thing about being married so far. The best thing is you. You are the best thing about being married so far. You see, it helps to have a beautiful wife. Marriage is hard, guys. Make it easier by being married to a beautiful person.
You know what? I feel like we should put a clip now of the last time we spoke about marriage, because I feel like you were saying the opposite.
I was like,
you must do how it's going, because there's a video where you'll put it up here.
Yes.
8 things we it's fun. It's nice. And it's nice. It's nice. It's just has periods and moments of. So now it sounds like
And now not backtracking.
Yeah.
Marriage can be challenging. Make it easier by being married to a beautiful woman. You see, my wife, she's beautiful. Sometimes if she's complaining, I can't hear the complaint because I'm looking at her. She's too pretty. It's too pretty. You know what I'm saying? So you are the best part of being married so far. You're great. You're a good wife. For the most part, we'll work on the other stuff. There's patience. You see? No, but so yes, you're definitely the best part about being married. What's the worst part about being married? Not being right all the time. It's probably the worst part. I'm so used to being right all the time.
Oh my word.
And then now suddenly it's like I have to back down because I'm not right. How can that even be possible? How can it be humanly possible that me now I'm not right? It doesn't even make logical sense. Does it make sense?
You can't be married and be right all the time.
No, you can't. So now I have to learn, okay, I'm not right all the time. Sometimes when I know I'm right, but I'm backing down, those are the moments where I pray I say, Lord, you're doing a work in me. Hey, this thing will make you spiritual. You're like, Lord,
you pray.
Why am I backing down when I'm right? Jesus. How is that possible?
You'll be like, one month.
Why am I backing down?
God.
I hit the camera, why am I backing down when I'm right? It can be very frustrating to back down when you're right. But yes, so those moments where you have to dig deep and just be like, Jesus, this is the woman you gave me, and you just gotta see it through. So those are the moments, but that doesn't happen all the time. For the most part, your marriage theoretically should be happy, and then the stress should be like a sprinkle, for flavor.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So the flavor can pop out.
Exactly.
Sometimes when they put a little bit of salt,
it's like those.
The flavor can just.
Yeah, those heart monitoring things that beep. If this is a straight line, you're dead. You're dying. It needs to go down and up. We need to have this. You know what I mean? Yeah. The thing is that it shouldn't be like this constantly. It needs to be like, yay. Not like. All the time, every day feels like a roller coaster with your person. That's probably unhealthy. That's a toxic connection. But there's the sprinkles. It's just sprinkles. Yeah.
For me, the worst thing.
Yes.
I think is having someone see you in your flaws. Like when you fail, they're there to see it. When you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it, they're there to see. When you're by yourself, you can, try to convince yourself, okay, I want to start doing this. And then when you don't do it, you kind of cut yourself some slack.
Yes.
But when someone is watching you try to do better or like try to live a healthier life or whatever it is, but you don't come through, it's not nice to have an audience. It's not. Like, you're used to like, okay, the only audience you have is like God, and you can be like, but God, me, I'm a person, I have flaws, I'm not perfect. And you get up and you do it again, and maybe you fall and then you get up, you do it. But when you do it so many times in front of someone else, and they're not God, they're not gonna have as much grace, but they try.
Yes.
It's like it's uncomfortable. And it forces you to grow. It forces you to stop being childish and just do what you said you're going to do. That's the worst thing. I know. About being married. It's growing. You're forced to grow up. You're forced to grow up.
Yeah.
Ne?
There's no choice.
Yeah.
You're going to grow. You're going to grow. No matter what. This is why it's like, one thing that makes so much sense to me is whenever I attend a wedding of two Christians.
Yeah.
I mean, not that if you're not Christian, it doesn't make sense, but the weddings of people who aren't Christian tend to be more fun. If you've been to a couple,
the Christian weddings are fun.
No. The non-Christian couples, their weddings are lit. And yakito. Do you get it? Like, you dance and it's a lot of party.
Yeah.
Which they're lots of fun. But the Christian ones, their weddings, they are so deeply rooted in the spiritual significance of marriage.
Yeah.
And what it means and the growth that's required and the supernatural, almost miraculous nature of the growth.
Becoming one.
Yes. The growth that is required. There's that thing of you constantly get that reminder that the sort of growth that will need to take place in your individual lives for this thing to work and for you to be brought together to be one is almost supernatural. In fact, it is supernatural. And they'll read all the scripture. When you leave a Christian wedding, you'll be like,
it rejuvenates your marriage as well. Like, going to weddings helps people who are already married. Yeah.
You'll be like, yes. You know what I mean? So, there's a lot of growth that is involved, and half the time, most of us don't want to grow. Once you're adults,
I want to grow. I just want to be comfortable.
I want to grow. I also don't want to grow. Half the time, I'm like, I don't want to grow up. And the truth about it, and I said to a friend, the truth about being married, and then even worse when you're a dad, it's even worse, is that you don't know the answer, but you're expected to know the answer, but you don't know it. Which is one of the most, as an adult, it can be very challenging. I don't know the answer, but I'm supposed to know the answer. So what do I do? And that's how we end up copying from our parents. My parents did this, so I'm going to do this. You start to draw from as many sources as you can, because you don't know what the right answer is. Half the time you don't know what's right. But when you're married, you just need to make the decision, even if you have no idea what's going to happen after you've made the decision. But you have to say it with confidence. Tell you so.
That's why you need a praying man.
We're going to go this direction. This is what we're going to do.
You need a praying man.
And you can't say
so that he doesn't wing it.
Yeah. No, there's a
little bit of winging.
There's winging
involved. But wing it in prayer.
Yes, but
wing it knowing who is.
Faith is the ultimate winging. It's the ultimate winging.
There should be a relationship. You can't just be married to someone who wings it one way.
Yeah.
They should have a relationship with God and be a praying man.
Yes.
So that the winging doesn't get you in trouble.
So the winging doesn't get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because if you wing it, you can say, Jesus told me. And And if it doesn't work out, well, then that's not on you, that's on Jesus. Ne? But if you win it using your own knowledge, right, or drawing upon, like, okay, I saw my dad do this, not that our dads are wrong.
No.
But that's another thing you realize as you grow, you get married, and that your parents were also you.
Yeah.
And they also win. They also win things
That's
as well.
always.
So if you do what they did, are you certain that the thing that you're doing, he didn't win that too? You know what I mean? Sometimes like culture and tradition, you say, this is what culture is. No, it's like someone did that thing and then we just got into the habit of... So you said there was one more question left. Yeah, there's one more question left.
Yeah. So the last question is, what's your biggest fear about the next phase of our lives?
Okay, so the next phase of our life, I would think, is kids. Yeah? Not that we're pregnant, we're not pregnant.
No.
Not yet. But I would assume.
The grandmother is praying.
Yes. Yeah, no, your mom prays a lot and very hard. So I assume her prayers will be answered in the not so distant future. And yeah, I mean, kids come with expenses, I mean, you can raise a kid for any budget. You can raise any kid for any budget.
But the problem is the kid you want.
But the kid I want is expensive. You see, the kids are not expensive. It's the kid you want. You want a kid who's born in a private medical, everything is private in your kid's life. Everything is private. Grandma's government. Your kid has never met government before. Well, the day that your kid meets government is like, what is this? What are you? What are you?
That kid is expensive.
That kid is expensive. Everyone who's never met government. Even this thing of like...
Or
public transport. A kid who doesn't know how to comb for their taxi.
Yes. Who doesn't know how to do this. Or
this one. This one.
Or this one.
Doesn't know that there's a difference between pointing here and pointing there. You see, that child is expensive, yeah, bro. I low-key want that child. I want that child.
Low-key?
Yes, I do.
I feel like high-key you want that child.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I would like my kids to go to a school where the motto is enlighten. Exactly. And it's a saying something.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, that makes
So that's okay.
that makes me nervous, yes. Yeah.
Me too. That's my fear. And the other one is, am I going to make a good mom? Because I really want to be a good mom.
Yes.
I want to be able to give both my kids and my husband attention. And the way I'm set up, I can't do a lot at once. Like, I can't give myself to many people at the same time. It has to be one at a time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So I really hope I make a good mom. I really hope I can keep up, because it sounds like it's a lot. Because everyone I've asked, they're like, yo, it's tedious. It's a lot. But it's very rewarding. I just want the very rewarding part. I don't want the tedious and hard work. And, I just want the rewarding part.
You just want it to be rewarding, not the work.
Yes, I just want to be like, oh.
They grow up, man. They grow up. And then they grow up and they become sinners. I was telling someone at church today, I said, it's so funny to look at your kids one day and realize that these things need Jesus. It must just take you by surprise as a parent.
We're not.
Like, no man, this one needs Jesus. This one. Because you can't understand. Where did you get the creativity to think of doing such a wicked thing?
Wicked.
Where did you learn it? I couldn't be me. I didn't teach you to do such evil. You know what I mean? Kids, I'm sure there's an age. There's an age that comes where you just
I feel like boys
"What
are
did you
like
think of
that. I fear having boys because I feel like boys are a lot.
Yeah. No, boys are a lot shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yes, that is us.
So that was
an extra long video. So for everyone who's been missing us, lots of content.
sorry, we're back.
Yes,
guys.
we're back.
We'll try to be consistent. And thank you so much
Yes.
to our new subscribers.
Thank you to the new subbies. Thank you to everyone who's been
hope you
commenting.
enjoyed. Yeah.
Don't forget to click the like
Subscribe.
and the bell icon.
Yeah.
We will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.